Hey guys, Al here. Good afternoon. When I started Vitalize Seed with Jared, I always said we want to test and go above and beyond to continue to push the limits of what we can find out about soil and soil health. And we do this by consulting soil scientists at Ward Laboratories, several different agronomists we work with throughout various regions throughout the United States, and then also doing our own testing and then running those results by people. So behind me, you'll see some bags of soil and some samples that I'm sending in. There's actually 5 different samples of our Nitro Boost that were grown in basically the same soil we had tested before we started growing. So same soil medium, and then we're testing a couple different methods in which they were grown, and then we're going to take tissue sampling as well as soil sampling relative to each one of those samples, and then compare and see if there's any difference between the control and some of these other methods. But I also had an extra one here that I did. I just want to show. So I rinsed the roots off. You might see it's still dripping. But I want to flip this around, and hopefully you can see, but the nitrogen fixation, once you rinse the soil from our Nitro Boost. So see, all of that is being fixed. Now, as you kind of go through here, you'll see a lot more. But I think what's really interesting about this is the root depth and density as well. So this was planted, I'll flip it around here. This is planted in a really dense planting. Actually, that's why that one is my sample. I had messed up the weight to planting ratio on this one in a very small environment. We were planting these in, I don't know, 2 square foot area in just little subsections. But what's interesting is the depth at which the roots grew, and then the depth at which the nitrogen is being fixed. So you not only have nitrogen being fixed up right in kind of what we call the rhizosphere, or your typical root zone, right? That first 1 to 2 inches, right? Which is awesome. But then you also get this nitrogen fixation much deeper down in their soil profile that these roots are reaching. So that way, that's why you call things that follow in carbon load like nitrogen scavengers, right? Because when these plants are terminated or eaten or die, the roots die, they're going to leave that nitrogen down deep that hasn't already transferred back up into its tissue. So that nitrogen's down deep, that radish can go down there and find it and use that up and bring it back to the surface. So again, I'll show you this root mass and all that nitrogen fixation happening. So we don't guess. We, as many in the agricultural world like to say, we don't guess, we test, and that's what we're doing at Vitalize Seed. So sending these off to Ward Labs here probably this afternoon or tomorrow, and we'll keep you guys in the loop. Thanks for checking out vitalizeseed.com, guys. Get outside, enjoy the outdoors, and be safe.